The current problem and challenges as they stand are as follows. Each of our children have an individual blog, and also the classroom teacher has a blog. The purpose of these blogs is to showcase learning to an audience and receive feedback on the child's learning that is useful. Currently, the ratio of comments to posts is poor. The comments that are made are not useful, and they are comments such as "great job, well done." While these comments are sometimes appropriate, they do not help the learner progress, nor do they make it seem like the reader was engaged in the purpose of the post.
We would like to investigate the effectiveness of using peer feedback, as getting children to use feedback effectively or making changes to an existing piece of writing is problematic at all year levels. Children often believe after writing a piece that it is complete and that it cannot nor needs to be improved upon. It is our goal to promote further learning. In Clarity in the Classroom, Absalom states that promoting further learning is about what happens after assessment has taken place to support further learning. It is at the heart of effective teaching.
The vision of the New Zealand curriculum is to create young people, and I quote, who will seize the opportunities offered by new knowledge and technologies to secure a sustainable social, cultural, economic and environmental future for our country. It also discusses creating connected learners. One of the principles of the New Zealand curriculum is community engagement. The curriculum needs to have meaning for students, connect with their wider lives, and engage the support of their families, whānau, and communities. The English curriculum also recognises the importance of social and cooperative skills for learning and language development. Many of the approaches to learning and teaching described in this statement include group and cooperative activities that are designed to help students develop their ability to use language and communicate with others. The statement also recognises the need for students to develop respect for individual differences and to participate in a range of social and cultural settings. The use of appropriate technology enhances learning and facilitates new kinds of teaching. It can encourage independence in learning, as well as cooperation and interaction with others.
As we see it, our idea of engaging learners in a more connected and modern collaborative learning experience, where they will receive authentic feedback from their peers, will address both the use of modern technologies in the classroom and also help connect our students to a wider audience, therefore engaging them in learning experiences that were not previously possible, a redefining of the task as in the SAMR model. As a Catholic school and community, many of the children who are at the participating school have been through our school, and we believe that this furthers our sense of school community. We anticipate that our idea of children working collaboratively with peers outside our school will help children become more effective users of communication tools and also members of a wider digital society. Ultimately, our goal is to use collaboration to help children improve their writing and improve their reflective thinking skills. As stated in the New Zealand curriculum under effective pedagogy, children learn best when they have engaged in new ideas and are able to think about these objectively. They adapt new ideas to their own purpose and develop the ability to think critically about information and ideas. This will improve metacognitive abilities, the ability to think about one's own thinking.
The following is a short clip of 6-year-old children from St Mary's Catholic School. These two children are learning to give each other effective feedback based on success criteria of the lesson.
So what's your question, Jacinta, that you had for Kaimanu?
Each word that has I as on the end of the word, it doesn't make sense.
Okay, so you think she might need to have a fix-up somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay.
The I is.
Okay, right, so you two need to have a look at your little fix-ups, all right?
We looked carefully at the SAMR model, as this model scaffolds the levels of technology used in the classroom, and it helped to guide our thinking about how to use different technologies to enhance learning. The SAMR model is a framework for teachers to identify the tools that they are using to evoke critical thinking and learning for their students. This enables students to complete a task that is not possible without technology.
We have discussed our idea of working with a Year 9 class at another school with the current teacher. She believes that the process of collaboration will be beneficial to both her students and our students. She works with a class of children who are struggling academically. She believes that this project will create purpose for their learning, give children the opportunity to critically analyse written work, and therefore develop better cognitive skills within her learners.
Judith, what do you think the benefits will be for your students?
I think the benefits will be lots of things, but in particular writing skills, because that's one of the things we're concentrating on, having a look at what makes good writing, and so we're using the Astor rubrics, and so they'll be able to evaluate that quite nicely. And the other thing is the fact that they're giving feedback to another student, and that's a skill that we're trying to embed into all of the classes, that they understand the value of feedback, and so oftentimes they're getting feedback and not acting on it, and so I want them to experience the idea of giving feedback and then checking that the student they've given feedback to has acted on it, and then they can respond to that as well. And hopefully that reflects in their own writing and feeding back and reflecting.
Effective literacy practice by the Ministry of Education has many dimensions of effective practice. It states that engaging learners in a variety of texts enhances learning. Blogs are another form of text in a modern world. It also discusses partnerships. Collaborative partnerships will support children's learning. There are many forms of partnerships. These include teachers, peers, whānau or specialist teachers. The text states effective teachers recognise the need for partnerships within these networks and promote them actively.
After spending some time discussing the issues together and with our peers in MindLab, some alternative options became evident, and we began to refocus our ideas. We moved from adding a tool to attract an audience to creating a pathway for an authentic audience to access our students' blogs and give real feedback. We will begin with focusing on how to get authentic feedback on students' learning through the use of Skype. But we discovered that the options are actually endless, and we have the ability to develop authentic teaching and learning through the use of the Skype tool as well.
The key findings in the innovative teaching and learning research carried out by Microsoft Partners in Learning were that innovative teaching supports students' development of skills that will help them thrive in future life and work. Collaboration is one of the key 21st century skills that students need. Collaboration is when students have shared responsibility for their work. The learning is designed so that students are required to make substantive decisions together. Skills that are needed are negotiation, conflict resolution, agreement on what needs to be done, distribution of tasks, listening to others, and integration of ideas to a coherent whole. Students work with others inside the classroom or even across the globe using technology to enable them to do this. Our students will be required to collaborate with the older Year 9 students. They will be asking for feedback, and there will be opportunities for students to further collaborate using tools such as Google Docs to clarify learning. As teachers, we intend to facilitate this process and see what alternative options for technology tools the students recommend, and be able to guide others with possible options if necessary. Really, if we are open to new learning and we have to hold back in trying to control the situation and see what technology options might arise. Using ICT like Skype also enables tuakana taina relationships to be strengthened. That means that ties between whānau, teachers and students are enhanced through the use of a tool that helps collaboration.
Our students each have a blog to share their learning. They sometimes have parents looking at their work, but struggle to get comments and feedback from them. Initially, we thought about including an item on the blog to create interest, but our thinking has changed. We're now thinking about a totally different audience, an authentic audience for students in the form of older students through the use of the Skype tool. Students will Skype Year 9 students in our contributing school to share their learning and receive authentic feedback. When we looked at the ICT for Learning rubric, using Skype to create an authentic audience allows students to use ICT to support knowledge construction, in this case, feedback from an authentic audience.
There has been a lot of research around technology in the classroom and how to get the best engaging learning so that students end up with a deeper understanding of what they are learning. The 2015 World Economic Forum published an article, New Vision for Education, Unlocking the Potential of Technology, by the Boston Consulting Group, in which it includes a number of pertinent statements about the importance of collaboration in technology. In order to keep up with the latest technologies, students are required to have the skills such as problem solving, critical thinking, persistence, curiosity, and collaboration. Additionally, technology in the classroom should be integrated with what already happens daily in our classrooms. It should not be separated. In order to close the 21st century skills gap, discussion around how technologies can be used more effectively in the classroom needs to happen.
On reflection, technology needs to move from just being a word processing tool to including a range of tools that students choose from to be able to plan, design, construct or consolidate new learning in a collaborative way. A number of communication and collaboration tools allow students to peer review learning and to give feedback. Tools can also be used that allow students to solve real-life problems in a collaborative way. For example, students might connect with scientists working in a particular field that is related to their learning. This way, students receive real feedback and ideas, which is far more engaging and meaningful.